The next thing I'm going to show you is how to add effectors on a cloner. Effectors are a way to do stuff to your cloner which makes them move or transform into many different and exciting ways. When you have your cloner selected, you can click Effectors here. Right now this box is empty, but we can fill it up with different effectors. So I'm going to go to Mograph, Effector. I'm going to click the plane effector. It selects the plane effector, so I'm going to go back here and you can see it's added in. Let's just delete it from there. If you want to add in an effector and it doesn't automatically go into the list, you can take the effector and you can drag it into this box, which makes it pop up in there and be affected by it. You can also have several. I'm going to show the random effector later, so let's just grab that and you can see that that is also now in the cloner and it's made in a list here. It has different settings too, so I can go down here, I can click the random one and I can say strength to 0. That means it doesn't take any effect from the random effector. 50% it takes from it, and then it has 100% which gets all the data from the random effector. Let's remove the random effector for now, so I can just click it, press delete, and I can go to the plane effector. Now the plane effector is the simplest effector. It will just affect everything and it will affect it the same. Right now it affects position Y, so if I take this to 0, you'll see it jumps a little bit down like that. Or I can use X like this to move it around. Same with scale, I can take on uniform scale, and all of them are affected the same way. A little more exciting is the random effector. So I'm going back to my cloner. I'll remove the plane effector, take the random effector and drag that into the box. As you can see, it moves everything randomly around here. So let's go to the random effector. On position it moves 50 on X, 50 on Y and 50 on Z. It means it moves all the objects randomly 50 in those directions. If I increase it to 100, 100, 100, you can see it, you get more space between your objects. I can go to scale and I can do the same with scale. I can say randomly scale all objects. So now some of the objects are scaled, some aren't. And the same with rotation. You can rotate everything like that. If I now click on the effector, I have different random modes here. Right now it's random, so if I click play, it will just stay like that. However, if I click noise or turbulence, I'll have some automatic animation in it. So let's just click noise. And as you can see, it automatically animates all the objects, both on all the different parameters we've set up. And I haven't even set a single keyframe. Same goes for turbulence. It's a bit more drastic, but it still works. So that's a very nice way to make some fast random animations without you having to do a lot of keyframe animation. Next I'm going to show you the step effector. What they do is kinda in the name. Step effector will do everything each step when it does the clone. So I'm going to go into the cloner, go to effectors, remove random, and pull down step. As you can see, there's some difference here. So let's go into the step effector and see what is actually going on. To make it a little more easy, I'm going to go into cloner first, change it to a linear clone, like this. Go back to step and go into the parameter tab. So what the step effector does, it will take your values and increase it per step towards the end. So let's, if we don't do it for scale, let's do it for rotation instead. Let's rotate it 180 degrees. Like this. What we'll do now is that we'll start on the bottom one here. The next one will be rotated slightly, and so on and upwards, and the last one will be rotated 180 degrees. It can seem quite similar to your plane effector, but you have more control over how it's supposed to work with each step here. The last one I'm going to show you is the spline effector and how you can clone objects along a spline. To clean up the scene a little bit, I'm just going to delete my other objects here. And I'm going to draw a line. So I created this random line here. So in order to make it clone along the spline here, I need to go to Object, and instead of the plane, I need to replace that with a spline. And as you can see, it will now clone this object along the spline of this, along the spline here. Can increase the count. Here you have the distribution. Can put that to even. I can also go in and I can go into the spline here and I can move my spline around, so you can animate this spline if you wanted to. And everything would follow like it should, which is really cool. In the next segment, I'm going to show some practical applications for the cloner. You can always make a lot of fun stuff with it, and it's a tool that you should learn how to use if you're using Cinema 4D. I know this is a really basic tutorial. If you are really eager to get into it, go to Digital Tutors, sign up for a membership there, and they have some great tutorials for you on how to use a lot of the Mograph stuff.